So I'm the principal / LEA for this meeting, and we'll be going over Janet's IEP today. I wanted to get started with the meeting norms, and that is to make sure that all cell phones and distractions are silenced and put away. That way we can make the meeting about Janet and see what's going to be best for that student. I want to ask right now, is anyone recording this meeting aside from our assignment?
No.
Okay. Since no one's recording this meeting and we've gone over the norms, I want to go over the objectives of our meeting, and that is to go over her individualized education program for the 2024-2025 school year, and I'll hand it off to her special education teacher now.
All right, so my name is Lauren Booker. I am Janet's case manager. Here today, there is the general education teacher, as well as the foster mom, and Janet's caseworker. Did I miss anybody?
We can just go around and introduce
Psychometrist.
everybody by name personally if you want.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm Hillery, the psychometrist.
I'm Houston, the caseworker.
I'm Mason, the gen ed teacher.
And I am Malinda, the foster mom.
Nice.
All right. Well, since we've all kind of introduced ourselves, I'll start going over the IEP. So this is Janet's IEP for the upcoming school year. So underneath strengths of students, academically wise, according to teacher observations in the classroom, Janet excels at recognizing colors, body parts, letters, and numbers. She's able to sing the alphabet and independently sequence letters A to Z. She does have basic math skills, and they are a strength to her. And that is shown by her ability to count and match sets of objects up to 30 with minimal technical help. Underneath parental concerns, this was provided by Janet's foster mom. She describes her as a gifted artist who enjoys singing and flipping through fashion magazine. While she is concerned with Janet's limited communication and social interactions, she has noticed improvements in her social skills. Janet is able to brush her hair and teeth and manage toileting independently. However, her foster mom believes she faces challenges in reading, math, and writing. She feels that Janet learns most effectively in one-on-one setting with minimal distractions. For the preferences, also according to her foster mother, Janet loves to sing and browse through fashion magazines, including the Girls of Life magazine. She also engages with animals in the classroom, which includes making contact with them and appearing to enjoy their presence. Underneath recent evaluations, collecting accurate data for Janet is challenging due to her frequent lack of cooperation during assessments, which as a result affects the reliability of her results. Some of the information may not fully reflect her abilities, but according to the Woodcock-Johnson Mastery Test of Reading, Janet's performance is as follows. She has a 1.2 grade level in word identification, a 1.4 grade level in word attack, a 1.8 grade level in word comprehension, a 1.4 grade level in passage comprehension, and an overall reading level of 1.7. Underneath the academic, developmental, and functional needs, Janet struggles with mastering fundamental reading and math skills, which hinders her ability to fully engage in academic activities within the general education classroom. To enhance her overall academic performance, she must strengthen her comprehension of basic reading and math concepts. So while her behavior has shown improvement, Janet remains hesitant to respond when prompted, which impacts the accuracy of her evaluation results. She needs to become more confident in providing correct responses to questions she knows in order to obtain a true reflection of her academic progress. Does anybody have any questions? Do we all agree?
I'll agree.
Yes, I agree.
I agree.
All right. So this next page, the only things that are marked yes underneath special instructional factors is that she does have a limited English proficiency. She does have communication needs, and she is working towards the Alabama Alternative Assessment. Underneath transportation, she has regular mode of transportation through the parent. And for non-academic and extracurricular, she can participate with the help of an aide. Let's see. Does everybody agree on that?
Yes, looks good so far.
All right. So this is her first goal. This is going to be her reading goal. Most of this information is on the profile page, so I won't go over it all. But I will cut in about halfway and say that, despite the challenges, Jana is able to recognize those colors, those body parts, those letters. So given the results of all this, she significantly benefits from collaborative support in the reading classroom. Her struggles with reading, however, impact her overall performance in the subject. So her goal is by the end of the school year, Janet will demonstrate improvement in her reading comprehension skills. Specifically, she will increase her word identification, word attack, and passage comprehension levels to at least a 2.0 grade level, as measured by standardized assessments and teacher observations. This will enable her to actively participate in the general education reading curriculum and improve her academic performance in reading. Does that look okay so far?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think those goals would be challenging.
All right, let's see. So another reading goal that was given to her is it revolves for her reading comprehension, which is due to her SLD, and it affects her ability to decode words, recognize blends, and identify Scott words. Obviously, as previously stated, her reading skills sit at the first grade level. So with her reading comprehension and word identification falling behind, it affects her in the classroom. So to add some strengths, obviously she can recognize basic letters, numbers, and colors, which is good. However, she requires significant support in the general education classroom to engage in these reading activities. And her disability hinders her full participation in academic tasks that require strong reading skills. So her goal for this is by the end of the academic year, Janet will demonstrate improved reading comprehension skills, increasing her passage comprehension level to a 2.0, which is straight second grade. And this will be measured by assessments and her teacher. She also will be able to read simple passages correctly and correctly answer comprehension questions with 80% accuracy, as demonstrated through consistent progress on work samples and assessments. Are we all okay?
Yes.
Good. Good.
All right. So this goal is going to address her behavior. So according to teacher observations, Janet's behavior in the general education classroom has shown improvement. However, she's still hesitant to respond when directly addressed by her teachers, which impacts the outcome of her evaluations. The reluctance to engage and work effectively in the classroom affects her performance. And as a result of this, she benefits from collaborative support in the general education setting to address the challenges. So her goal is that by the end of the school year, Janet will demonstrate an increased willingness to respond appropriately when directly addressed by her teacher. She will engage in class discussions and group activities more consistently, responding to prompts with minimal hesitation. Janet will also improve her social interaction skills, more specifically, her ability to initiate and maintain conversations with her peers and her teachers. Does that sound good to everybody as well?
I think that looks good.
All right, so now on to her services. So underneath special education and related services, it's written in that she will receive support for reading weekly for 2 hours in the special education classroom. And underneath related services, she will receive speech therapy weekly for about 30 minutes in the speech classroom. Supplementary aids and services are not needed, and neither was program modifications or the accommodations needed for assessment. And assistive technology does not have anything as well. However, support for personnel was written in. She will receive a teacher aide daily for the entire school day, and that will be in the general education classroom. Does anybody have any questions about that?
No.
No, I think that looks fair for her needs.
All right. So on the signature page, this just has that she is within, 6 to 21 years of age. And a copy was given of the copy of the IEP was provided to you at the meeting. For the special education ROTS, I will pass that on to our LEA representative.
Okay, so special education rights, it looks like it's just one sheet of paper. It has a QR code on it, but if you scan that QR code, that's going to bring you to a PDF document of what you have in terms of special education rights. And those rights are not limited to your right to a procedure, your right to have a rebuttal against what you feel might be unfair, access to the student's records, should you choose to get them and have that permission given in writing. Everything in there is essentially to make you well aware of what your rights are as a parent of a student with an IEP. That way you can stay in contact with us and make sure everything is in compliance and that the student is making the progress as they're intended and that you're not having anything slip through the cracks.
That's perfect.
So if everybody agrees, if everybody is good with the services, with the goals, and the accommodations provided to Janet for this next school year, I will finalize the document and we will all sign and everything will be good to go.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, thank you guys.
Sweet.